Leslie. Okay. Thank you for coming out here today to celebrate and remember the life of David Epple, or as I like to call him, my papa. About 2 months ago on January 14th, my world was turned upside down in a way I never thought to imagine. And that was part of my worst nightmare. I still feel as I am living this, but it's become reality. The best grandfather a girl could have, my role model, light of my life, and best friend passed away, having gained a beautiful angel on this day. I am still speechless and words cannot describe how incomplete and heartbroken I am. If you were to ask me a year ago what I thought of cancer, or just probably 3 months ago, I would say it's a horrible disease that takes the life of so many. However, I never ever would have imagined it taking the life of the most important person in my life, and one of the strongest people I know. Now, when you ask me what I think of it, my stomach turns upside down. This awful disease took my grandfather, who practically raised me, and took the friend who you all consider family. He passed away holding my hand, and I am grateful for that opportunity. I saw his beautiful soul travel to a higher and better place on earth. However, I can only wonder and ask God why. Just why him, why Papa? He made everybody smile and lives better. So within the past weekend, I actually think I found the answer to that. Everyone is set on earth for a purpose. I honestly believe my Papa was set on this earth to make others feel loved and happy, and to make others smile. Every time he walked in the room, he would make people smile. If I was ever down or anything, I would just give him a call, and I know he would pick me right back up. This purpose was fulfilled. I'm not saying he always made people happy, considering he never had a filter, and you guys all know that. But everyone that mattered to him, he would just say it how it was and would definitely care for them. When he was diagnosed with AML, he was in the room with my grandma, and he wasn't upset that he had cancer at all. He didn't care that he had it. He only cared about grandma and his family and how they would deal with it. He looked at her and said, "I'm sorry," and started to cry. This right here shows how selfless he was and how his purpose was for others, not himself. So I honestly believe God knew he fulfilled his purpose and needed him more. Once his purpose on earth was done, there was no reason to keep him here. I know right now he is probably swearing at me and hating that I am crying and sad and talking about him right now, because you know he just hates being talked about. And I guarantee he is angry because there's so much attention on him today, and it's all about him. And some may wonder why cancer, and honestly I believe it's because we all got to say our goodbyes and become closer as family and friends. We would not be in this room if nothing happened. This brought us all closer together, which would make him very happy. Now all we gotta do is stay in touch, and hopefully under better circumstances. My grandpa was such a loving, caring, and strong man that I knew. I still listen to his voicemails that say, "Hi Katie, it's Papa calling." And for some reason he always said it's Papa calling, even though he should know I have caller ID. And I would give anything for him to walk through this door with a rye and water, a little bit of water and a lot of rye, and say, "You just can't buy this." Or even, I would die to hear him say one more stupid joke that we've all heard a million times. I promise, a million. My family and I would sit at the kitchen table and eat dinner, and Papa would look around and turn to my dad and be like, "You know what, Greg?" And my dad would just go with it every single time, even though we all knew where it was going. He'd be like, "What, David?" And then Papa would say, "You know, you just can't buy this." All of us would roll our eyes and say, "We know." Trust me, I know it's hard he's gone, but I know he would hate us being sad over him. There are so many happy and great memories we all have with him. One of my first time was the first time I tried whiskey, and no, that was not on purpose, by the way. Growing up, I had this green sippy cup, and it was mine, and I drank everything out of it. Milk, everything. And for some reason, one day, he just couldn't find a shot glass or any other glass, so he decided to use his granddaughter's sippy cup for his nice whiskey and water, which I swear is never any water, but that's what he says. So I, being about 5 years old, go and grab the cup and take a big old sip thinking it's my water. I run to the bathroom and then just spit it up everywhere, and I go back in the room and he is laughing hysterically because I still don't really know why he found it so funny that he used my sippy cup, and he was more angry that his whiskey was gone now. Or one of the times when I was a little girl and he would take me on his council in his truck and we would just drive around on the back roads, all back roads, to look at the cows and farms he loved those memories. And trust me, I have heard a lot of memories with everyone sitting in this room. A lot. And we can cherish all these memories together. Yes, I want him more than anything. Yes, I want him back more than anything, and I am so glad and grateful that I had the opportunity to have him as a grandfather, and for him to make me the person I am today. I would be no person without him. People come into this world for a reason, and they leave because their job is fulfilled. Yes, he left early, but his job was finished. He finished his purpose and was needed much more up there. I'm damn jealous that God and him are probably up there drinking together, watching us, and Papa probably thinks we're losers down here because he has all the free booze, food, and fishing he could ever dream of. With that said, if we could all raise whatever glass we have and have a toast and cheer to David, the sarcastic best friend, best Papa, loving cousin, best husband and brother people could ask for. Love you, Papa. Thank you.
And you heard it, and you heard it, and you heard it. But it was wonderful, and if you laughed at the jokes, they were repeated many times. I remember two. One I can't tell. One I mispresent. It's a story about taking a dog back up north and deliver it back and forth, so forth. So we'll let that one pass. But there's one that certainly has stuck with me my entire life since I've known him. Near the last little while, David's mother has had a little bit of mental faculties problems, as I say, and wasn't clear and so forth, and David would go visit her in the hospital. And he went one day and she was having kind of a bad day about being clear on her thoughts. And she looked up in a confused face and she says, "Excuse me, who am I speaking to? Who's here today?" And David knelt down and he said, "It's your favorite son, Mom." And she replied, "Thanks for coming, Richard." And I'm sure he was happy with it. He must have been happy because I heard that joke a lot, and it's a good one. I forget it. Richard, would you like to come forward?